you doing, Alex? What are you doing?
Dude, I really want to learn sign language because you know that's the only universal language.
Dumbass!
What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Damien.
My name is Kyle.
And I'm Alex.
We are Our Mind Center. We make short films and we review movies. And then we have something to tell you guys, okay? Now, we know our rule, our thing about this channel is that, we bring you new movie reviews. Movie reviews of movies that release every single Thursday. And one did release this Thursday. However, we did not go see it. For multiple reasons, and we could all just spit them out to you, but the movie that we could have went to go see was 50 Shades... Fuck, I can't even say it because it's just...
I honestly forgot that we were even going to talk about that.
50 Shades Freed is the movie we were going to see.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, it is self-explanatory, and I think saying that we were going to see it is wrong, because I don't think we were. I think deep down we knew, hey, that's not the movie we're going to go see, and we debated for a little bit, and it took us some time, and we still went to go see a movie, so you're still going to get a review, and thank God we went to go see a different movie. And the movie we did go see instead of 50 Shades Freed is The Shape of Water. Alex, what's this movie about?
So The Shape of Water is primarily about a cleaning lady that works at this, I guess, CIA agency type place that deals with extra, not terrestrial, but unidentified species. And so, yeah. And so she's cleaning this area, and there's this fish guy, and they fall in love. Mm-hmm. It's a love story with this fish guy.
Yeah. And it's very much so a very weird movie because it's directed by Guillermo del Toro, and he always puts a weird spin on his stuff. This movie, there's so much love in it. Like Alex said, it's a love story.
Yeah.
This movie's about love, but this is filmmaking in every way the way you want it to be. This movie feels like it's set on planet Earth because it has human characters and real life stuff, but there's something off about it. In a good way. There's something off that makes you feel like you're watching a play, where you're like, everything's so clean.
It's very much an
so,
art house.
and there's characters that you're like, they act a certain way. You're like, oh, that's Danny. And you know it right away. This movie sets you up and you're like, this is just a movie that I think from start to end just made me smile.
Mm-hmm. It is literally one of the most artistic movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. The entire movie, you're just like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that I will say kind of right off the bat is this film is it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, it'll make you smile for sure, but there's definitely things that feel awkward watching, and I think that's a really cool thing that they do in this film is, it has nudity in it, and it has
gore.
Just gore and weird stuff, but it's not glorifying that.
Yeah.
It's not like something, it's not like as opposed to going to see 50 Shades Freed, it's not a pornographic film where you're like, oh, look at this hot, but it's just kind of real.
It's like a natural.
And it makes you feel awkward, like he was saying, real people. It's awkward to watch these people in those scenarios, and that's how it should be when you're in the film.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not super excited about it, and I'm not freaking out or laughing or anything, but watching the film, if you like art house films and you like kind of a slow-paced, just romantic story.
Yeah.
And that's what people like Guillermo del Toro do so well when they make movies like this, is let you sit in this and sulk in their feelings.
He puts romance in. I mean, because romance isn't
that
just
transcends.
Romance isn't just couples together. Yeah. Things can be romantic outside of two human beings, but he does find a way to inject romance into settings or moments that it seems weird, even if it has nothing to do with you having a sexual interest in another human being or an emotional aspect like that. just two human beings talking, he can somehow find a way to make it romantic. Like the ballet between two people arguing or something like that. It seems weird, and it seems like pretentious, I'm sure. Like hearing it, like, oh Jesus, sit through that movie and every shot's just beautiful and it's just a love story. But it kind of sucks nowadays. Anytime a director makes a movie with feelings or emotions, people just say that it's pandering or that it's pretentious and sometimes that is the case, and sometimes I hate that. Like, let a director just make the movie he wants to make.
Yeah.
However, it's still hard for me to pass up when something is so heavy-handed because I've seen movies walk that line beautifully. I've seen movies, maybe I don't even see it the first time, but it makes the movie more beautiful the second time I watch it.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think that will be the case with this movie. I think the romantic stuff will still be romantic. I think the visual effects on the creature will still be great. And so will the music, which is hidden at times, but sometimes you're like, this is a cute little French song right here. And I think it's a very hard movie on first viewing to just be like, oh, well, this is how I feel about this movie. Because there's a lot boiling under the surface of this movie that maybe even I'm not seeing yet. Or maybe I think is heavy-handed and I'm just not seeing the beauty of it, which I enjoy because I would watch this movie again, 100%.
Also, like, we haven't talked much about the acting. The acting is incredible.
Yeah.
So there's, like, one of, because of Damien, because he showed me this, the argument from the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah, revolutionary.
So, like, since then I have watched, like, a bunch of arguments, like, again, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. Oh my god. But there is an argument. A scene, like, an argument scene.
Probably the
in this
best
movie.
acted scene in the movie.
Definitely. And it, like, for this girl who is mute to make this argument so intense is, it's phenomenal. She, like, it was just so intense, and she's, half of the argument is mute. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, felt it.
And it's crazy because the character that she's having an argument with, like, respects her. And so he, like, respects her enough to actually have the argument.
Yeah.
So
what are you going to walk away
He's
from
her
my
best-
mute?
her
Yeah,
best-
yeah.
her
And
best
so,
friend.
like, he feels stuck in it, and she's, like, trying to show this, like, emotion. And it's just, it's really cool to see that. And I actually was going to bring that scene up if nobody
it is
did. Because
so damn good.
it, like, there are a couple things in this that I think
And
stand
her best
above
friend, too.
a lot of things that have come out.
It's tough, but I think, again, after coming out of this movie and thinking about it, and even while reviewing it, getting more from it, which I haven't done in a while. But, like, even talking about this movie with these guys has made me see some stuff about this movie that I think is even more beautiful than I saw it the first time. And this movie is about love, 100%. It is without a doubt about love. Everything about it. The meaning of love, if a human can have love for like different types of people, and whether that's race or sexual orientation or whether or not you're even a human, and whether or not love can expand any of that. And I think this movie does its damn best to prove that that is the case. And some people will think that is weird, and some people will walk out of this movie and might think if you're hard-headed, you might not get stuff, or you might think that agenda pushing stuff is way more heavy-handed than even I do, even though I'm criticizing it. I'm going to do a good 8.5 hard-boiled eggs out of 10.
Nice.
There was love in this movie, guys, and I definitely felt it.
In my opinion, every actor in this movie did a phenomenal job.
Agreed, 100%.
And for so far away from, like, comedy movie, the comedy is a big thing for me. Like, it just works so well for me, and it's insanely creative. And I am gonna rate this movie 8.7 slices of key lime pie.
Well, they've already said it. This movie is beautiful, and there's definitely going to be, like, in every movie, basically, there's that moment where you're like, oh, screenshot, that's a background.
Yeah, for sure.
This movie has too many of them.
Mhm.
And it's because Guillermo del Toro...
Guillermo del
I'm going to
Toro.
try that again. Guillermo del Toro loves doing that. And he is an art house filmmaker that loves to get shots like this, and everything has to look beautiful. And his lighting cues and musical cues that he does sometimes are really good, but
Transitions.
it's just, it really is a beautiful movie. My issues with it right now after first viewing are just kind of like pacing issues and how inaccessible it is to a mass of people. But seeing it a second time may make me like it even more, because I do respect what they're doing and I would love to be a part of that type of thing in the future. So I'm gonna sit at a 7. I think it is a really good film. I just need to watch it again, and I don't know, it felt kind of slow to me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sit at a 7 cat heads out of 10.
I forgot about that.
Oh my god. Why'd you make me think about that? So guys, we hope that you're not too upset that we didn't get the blockbuster of the year, the money maker of the year, the Valentine's Day special movie, 50 Shades Freed, but we just couldn't fucking do it.
No.
I kid you not. We talked about it for a good hour before. Because we thought we were going to go see a different movie completely. We thought we were going to go see 15, 17, and stop. There's no way we could have, because it's all fun and games, but I take nothing from Winchester. Nothing. I don't even think about that fucking movie.
Oh yeah,
I think about the
I
review.
think about the
I
review more than
seriously
I
have
think
all
about the
but
movie.
forgotten it, and I don't want that to be the case.